Travis Martin goes to the pole. Hayden Lowell out there on his qualifying attempt. I can barely talk. Definitely do not feel good. Looks like Hayden's going to take the pole from Travis. Hello, Hunter. Cliff and Lucas go 7th and 8th. Cliff looks like he'll stay around that 7th spot. Lucas will go up to 2nd. Ten of our 15 trucks of foot qualifying in. See if Blake decides to go, and he does. Oof, I don't feel good at all. You ever have it where it literally hurts to talk? That's where we are right now. No, it's not that. It's not in my throat. First lap for Blake puts him 10th. .33 should move him up ahead of Lucas if it counted. Doesn't look like it counted.
Unlucky Blake.
Does not look like it counted.
It's one of those racing deals. That should not count.
Jake giving us something to look at for the final 10 seconds because he's not going to make it around in time. And qualifying's over. Hayden Lowell, Lucas Weissman, your front row here at Martinsville. Chuck's underlined in red are playoff contenders. Everybody else is here for the party. Waiting for a field to file up, and we'll let Hayden have a chat.
Okay, dudes. Cody is out of town tonight, so thoughts with him. We got 150 laps. Halfway is 75. Yeah, starts on green, restarts on later, yada, 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 yada. Don't let it go.
Thanks, Lucas. Hi, Neo. Where's Hayden down here? There he is. Hi.
I was really looking forward to giving Daniel a drive through.
Interview yourself. My voice hurts.
Oh boy. Oh boy, Swisses. Oh boy. All right. So, Hayden, you're starting on the pole tonight. How do you feel about holding off the field here for 150 laps? Feel not great. Lucas is pretty good here on the long run. He's typically better on tires than I am, but hopefully we can get the strategy right and kind of keep it up front with the pit stops and all the cautions we're gonna have, and just kind of keep it up front so that long run speed doesn't matter. Not a lot of fuel in the tank tonight. Somewhere around 44 to 48 laps. So just play it right, and hopefully we can be up there at the end.
And for Hayden, thank you, Hayden, for interviewing Hayden. We appreciate Hayden jumping in on that with the poll here. Wow. Yeah, good job on the poll. Good luck for 150 laps. Don't die.
I will die.
Okay, well, die in a spectacular and amusing fashion then.
I think I can oblige.
Thank you. Starting to go pole in the 56 Napa truck. Yeah, Lucas starting second. 712 Rick Chevy. Travis Martin, the Ghost Man, starts in third, one of his best starts of the season. Brad Wilson in the 51 starts in the fourth spot. Casey Graves, True Speed Toyota in fifth. Ian Montrose, C2X Chevy 6. Ryan Filey Dutch Boy Ford in 7th. Cliff Mullins, the Curly Chevrolet in 8th. Andrew Beach, Sidepipe Chevy in 9th. Blake Giglio, Low Drag Chevy in 10th. Matt Benke, Skittles Chevy in 11th. Dalton Hayes, Kingsford Toyota in 12th. Ethan Evers, GHR Chevy in 13th. Jake Lawrence, One Man Punch Toyota in 14th. Jeremy Scherer in the TikTok Toyota in 15th. Not used to Jeremy in a Toyota. That threw me for a loop. Thanks, Wanagoons, for the starting lineup. Sorry I'm a little quiet. It really hurts to be loud. Really, really hurts to talk at all, but extra hurts to be loud. A bit of the migraines going on top of my kidneys and my intestinal issues. It's a party. I've been in bed most of the day. Chevrolet truck hits the pit lane. We are set to do 150 laps under the lights at Martinsville. I'm sure there'll be some upset drivers by the end of this. Green flag out in the air, and Hayden Lowell jumps sideways. He's already going to lose the lead. Lucas jumps out to the point. Brad Wilson drops in second. There's Lucas out in front of Brad Wilson and Hayden Lowell. Make sure truck saddle side by side for that second spot. Hayden will get back second spot from Brad Wilson. Brad backing up the corner to not overdrive the entry and get into the back of him. Cliff in 5th, Casey Graves 6th, Ryan File 7th, Blake Giglio is 8th, Jake Lawrence 9th, Andrew Beach in 10th, Matt Benke 11th, Ethan Evers 12th, Jeremy Scherer 13th, Ian Montrose 14th, and Dalton Hayes. So far we've made 2 laps with no death. Travis Martin looking to the inside of the 51 of Brad Wilson. Hayden closing back in on Lucas after the bad start the Napa truck had. He wants to get a lap lead before he drops back in the field. So he's going to put pressure on Lucas pretty hard there to try to get that bonus point. Stage at the end of lap 75. And keep in mind as we roll along. Montrose finds his way past Jeremy Scherer. And back for 13th as the one truck moves up spot. Casey Graves applying pressure on 5th, Cliff Mullins. Jake Lawrence, Blake Giglio 8th and 9th. Two further back, last place changing hands. 2 Toyotas back there, Dalton Hayes and Jeremy Scherer trading spots. Uh-oh, Matt Benke's around in our first caution. The Skittles truck's gone around. Let's see what happened if this one's a self-spin. It is. Got that brake bias dialed in a little too much. Around he goes. We have our first caution on lap 8. Hey Gatlin, hey Evan. Yeah, it's a rough one. Appreciate it. And Matt Benke with the arounds. And because of these small fuel cells, we got pit stops already. Hayden and Lucas both on the pit lane. Cliff Mullins will be the first one to stay out. Casey Graves and Ryan File look to be the others. It's 12 of our 15 trucks pit. There's your 3 that stay out. Lucas going to win the race off the pit lane. Hayden Lowell, Brad Wilson, Travis Martin, Andrew Beach, Giglio and Lawrence battling it right to the line. I think Lawrence got him. Giglio 10th, Dalton Hayes picks up some spots to 11th. Montrose 12th, Ethan Evers 13th, Jeremy Scherer 14th, Matt Benke drops to the tail end 15th after the spin. So these top 3 trucks are going to have 10 less laps on the fuel tanks as far as how far they can go into a run if it goes green. Is it bad I'm just spending most of the time trying not to throw up? Lights out on our pace truck. Should be getting out of our way at the end of the back stretch, and we'll get going again. There goes said pace truck. It's going to be Mullins and Graves on the front row. You saw the inside line not get a good restart on this first one, but Cliff, the KG veteran from Martinsville, he ought to have a better handle on it. Let's see. There you go. Looks like he let out of it a little bit. You saw the fire out the pipe as he did a short shift, and that kept the tires underneath it. Cliff Mullins jumps out to the lead. Casey Graves second. Ryan File under attack from Lucas Weitzman. Lucas and Hayden bumper to bumper, trying to go the long way around the 12. Ryan File, the lone non-playoff driver in the top 9 trucks. Hey Zaria, welcome in. And see Brad Wilson can peek to the inside of his teammate. Get him sushi. I have pain. Oh, Ryan File has a wall. Lucas riding behind Casey Graves. Gets in there pretty deep in the corner, has to go up the hill and not clock the back end of the 4 truck. Hayden gets the outside wall coming off the 4. Like we're single file all the way through the field. Matt Menke nursing that braking issue in the 35 truck. Truck spun out under braking on him. Hayden going to dive to the inside on Lucas here. Weitzman gives him plenty of room. Even grabbed the outside wall a little bit. Hayden drives it on in there. He's going to get up into Lucas's door. That's going to make Lucas not happy. Hayden used him up to get by. And Brad Wilson saw that, knows what Hayden's willing to do. And Lucas going to lose 3 spots as Ryan File to his inside. Those trucks all able to get by Lucas cleanly. Lucas even charging back to the outside of Ryan File. Ryan going to let him back in front. Lucas settles back in 5th. Brad Wilson 4th, Hayden Wall 3rd, Cliff Mullins out in front of Casey Graves. Andrew Beach riding in 7th, Blake DiClio 8th, Travis Martin 9th, Jake Lawrence 10th, Montrose 11th, Evers, Hazen, Evers 12th and 13th, Jeremy Scherer in 14th, and you see Matt Menke trailing by in the field. So local hero Cliff Mullins getting some laps led. Montrose getting by Jake Lawrence. There's now only one non-playoff driver in the top 10. That's pretty wild. Hayden looking inside Casey Graves for 2nd. Let's get our driver chat back in. Let them talk since I can't. all getting laps right now. And the drivers are quiet. It's weird. It's very weird. Here at 40-ish was the pit number from Hayden. 26 so far into this race. 3 trucks have not pit for fuel, so those are Mullins, Graves, and Ryan File. The way things are looking now, could we see green flag stops at Martinsville? What? Surely not. Five trucks all single file. That didn't sound good. That sounds like a caution. Blake Giglio getting tagged there. That's another one with the brake bias a little too far.
Yeah, I tried to start you, mate. I think I clicked you a little bit, sorry, dude.
And everyone piles
I
into.
tried to get on the apron, I just couldn't get inside enough.
Travis got a little tag there. Ian did a really good job missing it. Jake plowed right into him. Ethan got a little bit of the back bumper. He's going more with Jake. Goes Blake right on around. Oh my gosh. Travis Martin right behind Blake Giglio. 63 truck. Right on around under braking. Didn't have his braking bias set at a good spot. Lost the back end, couldn't keep it under control. All these drivers play with those brake biases because it makes you faster, but as you can see, it also makes you on the verge out of control. On the pit lane, Lucas, 2 tires it looks like. Cliff, 4 tires and fuel, comes out second. Hayden, basically everybody else, 4 tires and fuel. Lucas, the only one to throw 2 on it. Jake Lawrence, of course, checking some damage. Yeah, people go over the line though. Put the brake bars as far back as you can. Looks like Blake has disappeared from the race.
I knew it was close coming up.
Some people can handle it. It's me. I'm the people. I can't handle it at all. I can't stand a truck that loose, especially under braking. I like to feel secure in my braking, and then loose off is a lot better to deal with. Hi, Corey. Oh, my brain hurts so much every time I talk. I'm gonna talk to my pit crew a second. Okay, I'm back. Lucas leads on those 2 tires ahead of Wilson and Mullins. Mullins gave up that second spot on the start. Graves, File, Beach, Montrose, Hayes, Banky, Shearer, then Hayden Law. Seems Hayden came back down and topped off the tank. Travis Martin, Jake Lawrence, Ethan Evers. Blake Eagle has retired in 15th. All right. Third caution. Mad again. Mad again.
I'm sorry.
See what happened to Matt.
We're good. There was no damage.
Hayden gets in there 3 wide and turns Matt Benke. Matt carries on with his day. Quite a few of them back on the pit lane, including Lucas. It's going to be Hoytsma, Montrose, Lowell, Martin, Lawrence, and Evers. It's about a split field. 7 trucks stay out. Wilson, Mullins, Graves, Philo, Beach, Hayes, and Benke all stay out. Now Benke comes down the second time around. Hopefully that doesn't result in a hold for the 35 team. Lucas pitting, and your leader is Brad Wilson. 7-second stop for Lucas. I'm thinking he took the other 2 tires. Comes out 7th. The top 6 have stayed out now with Benke pitting. Lights out on the pace track. It's going to be Wilson, Mullins, Graves, and Beach. Hey Ethan, how are you? I'm in pain. Can barely talk. It hurts. It's just health stuff. Basically feels like every time I talk, someone stabs me in the brain. Migraines and such. Wilson jumps out to a big lead. Mullins trying to hang on to second on the outside. Battling Casey Graves for it. Thought he might settle in front of Ryan File there. Now he might. There he goes. Can go to the bottom and protect. Cliff Mullins drops to third. Casey Graves takes over second in the True Speed Toyota. Playoff trucks 1, 2, 3. Then the party crasher Ryan File in fourth. Andrew Beach into the top 5. Can't be bothered to put decals on, but you know, running 5th. Lucas Whiteman in 6th. Giabatro 7th. Salton Hayes in 8th. Travis Martin, the Ghost Man, in 9th. And Jeremy Scherer to the top 10. I told you Lucas Pitt took those other 2 tires. Past halfway to halfway at least. We had a rash of cautions.
Nice break.
I couldn't see anything. I came in like a rainbow.
We'll just went in there and shoved Jake Lawrence into the corner.
At least I know I have the integrity to come out here and not be an asshole and wreck everybody.
Damn, one person is everyone? I need to go back to grade school.
I'm sorry, you just have a dick that's that small that you need to fucking sit here and be a pussbag and send people 3 wide at fucking Martinsville.
I said I couldn't see. That's what it is.
Is that what happened the first time you pushed me in the corner?
No, then I got loose.
No, you didn't get loose. You were gonna send it in there regardless. Be honest, Hayden.
Jake, there's no reason to argue, man. He's always got a reason.
Yeah, the excuses are starting to die off real fucking quick. Just face it, you're a fucking douchebag and you can't get over yourself, but you need to fucking win everything.
Ironic.
Yeah, because you're all the way in the back and you need to wreck 2 people to fucking get where you need to go.
Well, it's the second caution the 56 has been involved in. That one wasn't even a caution. Just a wreck. Brad Wilson has a 1.3 second lead over Casey Graves. Cliff Mullins right there. Ryan File, Lucas Heusman was up to 5th. Andrew Beach 6th. Macho 7th. Travis Martin 8th. Colton Hayes 9th. And Hayden All 10th. There's your race leader, Brad Wilson. Cruising right now. The advantage he has over the 4 of Casey Graves.
Sorry about that.
Ian may have just roughed up the Ghost Man a little bit as Travis loses all kinds of spots. Let's take a quick peek. As Ian get out of shape in front of Travis. So Travis gets out of shape behind Ian. See what's happening behind them. Just get 3 wide coming out of the corners. Hayden makes a move on Dalton while they're passing Travis's wounded truck. Brad Wilson, another driver from the short tracks of Virginia, out in front. Casey Graves in 2nd. Cliff Mullins is 3rd. Ryan File 4th. Lucas Heusman still in that 5th spot. Andrew Beach 60 and Macho 7th. And here comes Hayden in 8th. Gonna make his way up to the front of the pack. 9-second stop for him last time down the pit lane. Top 4 trucks didn't pit last time by. Lucas is the first one that did. And the last caution. Hayden makes his way by not his teammate. Hayden Machos. Travis Martin a bobble back there. Brad Wilson so far out in front, you'd think it was Lucas Heusman or Blake Iglio leading this thing. Brad, check it out. Oh, Ian, hang on to it.
Sorry, once the tires go high, I just want to keep it straight, sorry.
Wow. A brake bias a little too far around, slides it into the corner, hangs onto it. Actually does a pretty damn good job of not absolutely murdering himself in the corner. Might want to adjust that brake bias. .60 complete. Brad Wilson. Just a handful of laps to go to the halfway points. Get himself a nice little bonus. Ooh, Cliff sliding that back end out of 3rd, 4th. Only been 31 laps since he put 4 fresh tires on this curly Chevy. tires coming out of 4 last lap. Lucas is starting to work that higher line, trying to find a run, try and get alongside Ryan File. This time sticks it to the bottom. Oof. Really had to get on the brakes, Lucas did there. We get to the inside of Ryan File
Sorry
here.
if I spoke to you. I kind of missed the bracket point. I seen you saying it. I got scared. I got scared.
Chris Martin working on Dalton Hayes for the 8th spot.
I know I'm slow. I ain't
Bushman
much
moves up the
faster,
spot.
don't worry.
Sorry, Dalton. Can I please find my rhythm here? Thank you.
The weirdest thing during practice, if you weren't here, the 12 and 63 had beef. I've never seen anyone beef with Travis Martin before. The nicest guy ever. Gets to the inside of Andrew Beach, coming out of turn number 4. Hayden had the preferred inside groove into 1. And the Napa truck takes over the 6th spot. Now he's got about a second to run down Lucas. Lucas still behind Ryan File.
Sorry, Andrew, didn't mean to rough you up there.
Another one bites the dust.
And he takes the bait, hook, line, and sinker.
And File bouncing it off the wall. These two have had some beef in the past. It's been kind of quiet lately, but I'm sure race car drivers never forget. I don't think this would have that kind of integrity to do much about it, but still. What I'm saying is it could turn into a powder keg really quickly if something were to happen between the two. Maybe a File spins himself across the nose of Hoytsma or something. He didn't do anything. That's why it was baited hook, line, and sinker. Hayden Lowell passed Andrew Beach very cleanly, and then said, "Sorry, I didn't mean to rough you up there, just being a smartass." Ryan File way up the hill, gets over the concrete. That thing does not handle up there. And Lucas gets the spot and moves up the 4th. Now Ryan File and Hayden Lowell are nose to tail. Those drivers also have beef. Brad Wilson rolling it through 3 and 4, and he'll get the proverbial white flag on the first half of the race. One more time around, he'll take home the most points for first half of the race. Get himself 10 bonus points for his chase. And there you go. 10 bonus points. 2.51 truck. Casey Graves will get 2nd. Cliff Mullins 3rd. Lucas Hoytsma 4th. Ryan File, Hayden Law, Andrew Beach, Travis Martin, Dalton Hayes, and Jeremy Shearer. It's going to be the points getters at halfway. Matt Benke went to the pit lane. That truck is now 2 laps down, but we should be seeing at least the top 3 come pretty soon. They're 47 laps and counting. Hayden will fill this in, but that's pretty close to your tank. Did have a caution in that 48 laps, so. See when those drivers need to come down. As we said, Matt Benke truck 13th. Red Skittles machine, he's been on and off the pit lane. Running 19.86. Leader's running 20.2, so there's some tire fall off, not a ton. A significant amount. And here comes race leader Brad Wilson to the pit lane, lap 49. Looks like Casey Graves is going to stay out. Race leader pits on lap 79. Dalton Hayes, Kingsford Toyota, also hitting the pit lane. Casey Graves going to stay out. Cliff Mullen's going to stay out. Ryan File staying out. Brad Wilson gets to his box. The drivers we read off to you are the ones that pit 2 cautions ago. There's Andrew Beach also on the pit lane. That leaves 3 trucks from that staying out under the last caution. Casey Graves, Cliff Mullins. Here comes Casey Graves. I think Cliff's following him in, as is Ryan File. So all the trucks that stayed out under the last caution have now hit the pit lane. They're going to have to hold their breath and hope it stays green for about 8 laps till the rest of the field pits. Leaves Lucas and Hayden, your top 2 trucks, and a gap back to Travis Martin of 4.2 seconds. We have Jeremy Scherer, Ian Montrose, Ethan Evers, Casey Graves on the pit lane, Ryan File down there, Cliff Mullins down there. Bradley Wilson's completed his stop. He'll be trying to pass those trucks on the pit lane. As he was the leader coming in. Brad gets by Cliff coming off the pit lane. Now there are 6 trucks left to complete the pit cycle. As Jeremy Scherer dives in, and the TikTok Toyota at least 5 still to pit.
Number 1, Bradley. Or 3, I'm sorry.
Martin giving the bottom to the 51 on the fresher tires. That's why no one ever beefs with him. That's why it's so weird. Hayden's on the pit lane. Napa truck coming down for service. Leaves 5 still to pit. And 4 with Hayden down there. Ghostman coming this time. Travis Martin to the pit lane. Lost about 6/10, given that inside lineup. Checking on Ian. He's still out there as Andrew Beach goes by him. Ethan Evers not too far behind. Truck with fresher tires passing by. Now Lucas Hoytsma on the pit lane. 97. Coming down for that service. Leaves Ian Montrose and Ethan Evers. The 1 and the 8. The last 2 trucks come down for the pit service. Dalton Hayes is on the curb, sliding it around. He hangs on to it. That had to terrify some of these guys that are trapped a lap down. Here comes Ian to the pit lane. Ethan Evers, he tops off, but he still comes down. He had about 2 laps extra over Ian, but they both come down to the pit lane at the same time. And that should give the lead back over to the 51. Brad Wilson, who has now 3.5 seconds over Cliff Mullins. Wilson in the 51. Check in on Cliff. There he is. And I'll be damned. We just saw green flag stops at Martinsville. It's kind of fun. Casey Graves in 4th. Lucas Hoysa just behind him in... Well, Casey's now 3rd. Lucas now 4th. Scoreboard updating on me. Work our way around Matt Benke.
47 accidentally downshifted.
What?
I don't know. He said say it, don't say it.
Hayden around Andrew Beach, up into the 5th spot. Now he's got 3.7 seconds to make up on Lucas. Looking up and down the pit lane, it looks like we have 4 tires for Brad Wilson, 2 tires for Mullins, 4 tires for Graves, 2 tires for Hoytsma, 4 tires for Hayden, 2 tires for Beach, 4 tires for File, 2 tires for Dalton Hayes, 4 tires for Travis Martin, 2 tires for Ian Montrose. Literally goes every other truck through the top 10. That's wild. Brad Wilson with the 4 tires and the 4-second lead. Cliff Mullins going to try to hold off Casey Graves and Lucas Hoytsma. Casey has 4 fresher tires. Lucas 2 fresher tires. And Hayden on 4s, 3.4 seconds back, so he is closing in. Won that trio of trucks up ahead. Should have one more stop left in them. That sounded like somebody spinning. And it was the 8. Ethan Evers. Oh. Pushed it up on entry, then tried to cut the wheel too sharp, it looks like, and back end came around on him and brings out our caution, thankfully after the pit cycle had completed. So he took the tow back to the pit lane, and here comes the 51 of Wilson. Sure, we'll see everybody top off here. I don't think anybody can go 55 laps, but it's a good opportunity. Lucas going to stay out for the track position. As he figures everyone has to pit one more time, and might as well wait until he's in his fuel window. So Lucas Hoytsma, Hayden Lowell, Ryan File stay out. Brad Wilson, first one on the pit lane. And he is not going to be the first one away. Casey Graves, 2 tires down and away in 4th. Brad Wilson, 4 tires 5th. Cliff Mullins, 4 tires 6th. Travis Martin, fuel only in 7th. Andrew Beach, 4 tires out in the 8th spot. Dalton Hayes going to come out in 9th. Dalton took 22 seconds of repair. Yeah, right front's a little buckled. And Jeremy Sherry at the tail end of the field as he has opted not to pit here. Was 1 lap down, currently tail end of the lead lap. Fortunately for him, was ahead of Lucas. So Lucas did stay out along with Hayden. Ryan File eventually did come down.
I'm taking a bomb.
What a surprise, the leader's choosing the inside lane. Jeremy Shearer, 10th place truck getting back on the lead lap. Old Germ getting his lap back. Mr. Stoner Tactics. My brain really hurts. Pace truck's heading off. Lucas and Hayden, your front row. First caution. Funny guy, Dustin. It's 4th or 5th. Lucas gets the jump. Gets in front of Hayden. Hayden able to clear down to the bottom. Hang on to 2nd. Brad Wilson in 3rd, the first truck to pit. And get 4 tires. He's able to get around Casey Graves on the restart. And he's got Hayden and Lucas to contend with in front of him and 51 laps to figure it out. He's going to immediately go to the inside of Hayden. Wasting no time in that 51. Hayden keeping him pinched down tight. Uh-oh, Matt Mankey's around. 5th caution. He is reversing around the track.
Let you blink for a second, but you're getting out.
Go my turn, truck row.
Yeah, I'm getting a storm here. I really don't want to knock my power out.
Well, that's good for Jimmy Shear. He took the wave around. Now you can come down the pit if you want to. Levy and Montrose be the free pass. Number 1 truck. Lucas and Hayden follow each other down the pit lane. They're going to assume cautions and try to make it from here, I'm guessing. I'm a little surprised by anyone that stays out here. I think everyone would come down and at least top off the tank, but
Okay,
not the case. If you just joined us, we had green flag pit stops at Martinsville. It was awesome. It happened. It was a thing. And nobody got a penalty doing it. It's also awesome. Ethan, what happened? Too much brake bias? Did you get up over that concrete onto the asphalt where there's no grip? I don't remember. I looked at it briefly, but I don't remember. Pull Brad in and see if he's good at interviewing himself. Bradley, DG, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alright, well, I got a headache, and every time I talk, it really hurts, so I'm going to ask you to interview yourself.
I hope those 3.
What was it?
You're struggling a little bit. Alright, first...
I've never been in both positions before. I've asked questions, and then I've answered questions. I've never been put in the spot where I've had to do both.
Yeah, you got to think of what questions you would ask if it wasn't you, and then answer them if they are you. But you're not sure.
Pull up all Casey Graves up here. I'll interview him.
Well, you gonna do it under green?
Sure.
All right. Casey, do you consent to a green flag interview?
Oh, yeah.
Casey. Casey, how is that number 4 Toyota Tundra driving tonight?
I mean, it's not bad.
All right, now we're getting ready to go green. What's going through your mind here as we're getting ready to count you down here? 3, 2, 1, go!
Wild.
That's unfortunate for him.
He actually got a good restart. Luke's gonna send it down in there. We're side by side for 3rd.
Oh, shit.
We're gonna see how these tires hold up on the floor.
So far, nobody's died. I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah, surprisingly the 2 tires is good, but I think if you go like more than 15, 20 laps, not a good idea.
All right. Well, good luck to you both.
Lucas tried it on that long run and it did not work.
They're both back down their chat. We had an opportunity. Cliff battling Ryan File hard there. You heard the 2-tire call there. It doesn't work on a longer run. A number of trucks tried it. Not the green flag stop. Oh, Hayden Lowell, Ryan File. Travis Martin hitting the wall. Ryan File hit the wall as well. Lucas currently stuck in 6th. Kind of mired in traffic with 41 to go. Hayden going to get the 12 truck cleared. Now he has Cliff Mullins up ahead. I noticed the green C2X color is conspicuously missing from the front of that 56 truck when it's been there, I do believe, most of the season. He may have a white C2X in this one, but the familiar green is not there. Brad Wilson out in front. Casey Graves, Cliff Mullins, Hayden Law. Lucas Whitesman looking for that 4th spot inside the Napa Chevy. We're down to 11 trucks. We could go green to the end. Oh, contact! Hayden Lowell gets into Cliff Mullins, gets him up the track. Cliff's going to be pissed. Hayden better run. Hayden's pretty damn lucky that Lucas was there. Cliff would have absolutely gone in there and pushed him up the track if Lucas wasn't there. That's awkward. If you ask Cliff, they're not teammates. I've heard that from Cliff's mouth that they are not teammates, so I don't know what Hayden thinks, but I know what Cliff thinks. Just go on board the 97 and look. That's his Madigan Motorsports. That is an Audi C2X logo on the back. Let's see if we can tell from the other angle here. That is also Madigan Motorsports and not C2X. I don't see C2X on this truck, so maybe that's all the clues you need. Oh, Lucas is going to spit it out on the inside at our 6 caution waves. Seen so many talented drivers spitting it out. Martinsville, a tough cookie. Golden Boy drops to 10th. Still ahead of Cher. Well, all right. 33 to go. Everyone can make it from here. Come down, take your tires and fuel, and stay out the rest of the race, I do believe. Unless you're Hayden, who's decided to stay out. As has Lucas. Well, all right. See what the gambles are on the pit lanes. Travis gets to his box. Looks like 4 going on Brad Wilson. Looks like 2 went on Cliff Mullen's truck. Cliff's going to come out in 3rd, right behind Hayden Law. That's fun. Let's see if he gives him a bumpier under caution. We're just going to keep the cameras on this truck. Let's see what happens. When the 37 lines up behind the 56 for the restart. This will be entertainment. 32 laps to go. You have a Madigan Motorsports truck leading. You have a low drag truck second. C2X in 3rd. Shenandoah Shine 4th. C2X 5th. C2X 6th. Low drag. True Shine. Shenandoah 7th. Whatever you want to call KC. It's a lot of things. Travis Martin 8th. Jeremy Scherer in 9th. Dalton Hayes 10th. Ryan File 11th on the lead lap. Everyone else out of the race. Matt Benke, Ethan Levers, Jake Lawrence, and Blake Giglio. Waiting for the restart. Hayden gets going. Cliff on the 2 tires does not get going. Checks up the inside lane. Ian Montrose stumbles in there behind him. Lucas going to clear down to 2nd. Brad Wilson. Oh, Travis Martin's up the hill. Hangs on to it. See if there's contact there. Just got in there hot. Back end came around. Brake bias issue. 63 drops to 11th. It is still Hayden up front. Brad Wilson on the 4 fresh tires is now 3rd with 30 to go. Oh, he lost the back end a little bit. Cliff Mullen's going to get inside of him. Rare mistake out of the 51 truck. Could not quite hang on to it under the braking. Lost the ass of the 51. Now he's got Ian Montrose, Casey Graves right behind him. Cliff Mullen snags that 3rd spot away, annoyingly for the Wilson camp. Cliff took the 2 tires, and now he may somewhat hold up that 51, but we'll see if Cliff can do anything with Lucas and Hayden. Cliff does have 2 fresher tires than those 2 trucks. Bryant eager to get back by Cliff. Cliff kind of knows it, leaves that bottom open. Hayden's starting to get away from Lucas a little bit. Ian Montrose in 5th, Casey Graves 6th, and then Beach, File, Scherer, and Martin in the top 10. Right now, Hayden's best friend is Lucas. The longer Lucas can hold up the 2 trucks behind him, the longer it'll take him to get to Hayden. Brad Wilson throws it down the inside of Cliff Mullins. Cliff leaves him room. Brad Wilson gets out of shape. Ian Montrose takes advantage, takes away the 4th spot. Brad Wilson absolutely sent it there and couldn't keep the back end under him. Fortunately, didn't take anyone out with him. Just stacked up the field a little bit behind him. Casey Graves a bit of a moment there, smacking the outside wall out of 4. Cliff still stuck behind Lucas. Oh, he's going to lose it back in a little bit. He got that ass big time out of shape coming into the corner. And out of the corner. Cliff's wheeling that thing, but it's costing him time. Loses ground to Lucas. Montrose in the 4th spot now. Brad Wilson slides to 5th. Casey Graves in 6th. Then you have the Ryan File, Andrew Beach side by side. Scherer and Martin behind. Hayden has almost a full second advantage. Dalton Hayes pretty tight back there. The truck was pushing straight to the outside wall as we watch this battle. It's between File and Beach. File pushes Beach up the hill a little bit there. Let's see if Beach gives him that back into the next corner. He's going to cut it to the inside. Show the nose. 12 drives it way up the track. He was quite concerned with a little bit of payback. Beach takes the spot back clean. Jeremy Scherer going up across Travis Martin's nose, and Travis cuts right back to the inside. Retakes the spot. Brad Wilson's running back down Ian Montrose. Thought about making the move, decided not to. 16 laps to go. Starting to look like Lucas's spin is going to result in a win for Hayden. Wilson will get a good run here. Let's see if he can get it to the inside. Nope, it's going to stay right on the tailgate. I honestly didn't look at how many green light checkers, but it's supposed to be 3. He was trying to open up the entry a little bit to drive straighter on exit. He's going to go for it here. Gets to the inside of Ian Montrose. Nothing Ian could do. 51 Wilson set him up perfectly off of that turn 4 exit and into 1 and 2. Finally has him clear back into 3 and 4. Brad Wilson up to the 4 spot. He's got 13 laps to try and run down Cliff Mullins. Run down himself would be awkward. Abbott wants us to wreck the 56. Yeah, too many trucks in the way. $11 to go. Lucas is reeling him in little by little on entry. Hayden a little smoother on exits, able to pull away. And 9 laps to go from Martinsville Speedway. Oh my gosh, Lucas is so close. Probably in the back of Lucas's mind, he knows Hayden would probably give him a bumper to move him. If the roles will reverse, we'll see what Lucas is willing to do. Oh, Cliff's around. He's going to take Wilson to the wall with him. And that is going to be our 7th caution, as Cliff Mullins and Brad Wilson go to the inside wall, and I'm sure Cliff going to be none too pleased.
Sure.
Hard to tell from that angle. Let's try another one.
That was a lot of fun right there, Ryan. That was fucking something, man. Hell yeah.
Brad got into me.
That was definitely interesting. I was shitting my pants a little bit.
I tried to make sure I did it clean.
Hey, I'm just a dirt driver trying to hang on.
Well, he doesn't have a meatball.
I'm just shit showing flashes of some semblance of talent.
Usually Cliff likes to voice his frustrations, but so far hasn't been into the 51 truck. Can't see anymore though. Whee! Forget that camera exists. Well, alright. Hayden Hoytsma, Montrose Graves Beach File. We're shaping up to have a pretty good battle there between Lucas and Hayden. I'm a little sad the caution came out. Well, shaping up to be good. Hayden Lucas, Montrose Graves Beach. Trucks to the pit. Dalton Hayes, Jeremy Sherritt's tail of the field. I figured why not? Throw a set of tires on it, see what happens.
Bottom.
Hayden has Ian Montrose behind him. Watching those two trying to work together in the draft last week was really entertaining. Oh, Hayden does have C2 exits on the B pillar. We have found the green. It is a small logo on the B pillar. Hayden gets a great launch. Lucas caught napping a little bit. He'll have to hold off Ian. He drove it in there deep to make up for it, then gets cuts to the bottom to hold off Ian. Only 2 more laps to go. That's pretty big ground he has to make up. Andrew Beach into the door of Casey Graves. 2 laps to go. Oh no, don't wreck. Damn it. Dalton Hayes is around when Lucas was about to have a run on Hayden.
Man, that's gonna be good racing.
It was going to be good racing.
I seen you hit the fucking apron, and then shit got a little hairy.
Yeah, I am so sorry about that, Casey. I fucked up and hit the apron there and came up into you. I'm sorry.
There's no apron.
No biggie.
It's curb. Dalton just throws it in there on the outside and around it goes.
I'm somebody to my outside going into that corner, so I kind of missed my brake marker, hit it pretty hard to try and not hit you, and then hit that inside curb there and slid up into you.
Are you okay? It sounds like you're dying.
As Danny would say, that's a short track race.
Yeah, but I'm not a dickhead
Denny,
like Joey Logano to intent wreck somebody like that I've had no issues with.
At least Beach knows that's a Logano line.
I knew you kind of just missed the corner. It really didn't help, or didn't hurt me too much.
I'm sorry about that, guys. I tried to keep in the throttle that way it stayed green, but it still threw it.
Because you're still
I was
spun.
just lucky enough to get my nose by on the outside and somehow get the position. Thank you, NASCAR.
Well, Cliff's truck's looking better. I don't know if it's driving any good. Yeah, that front end's pretty tore up still. Green-white checker attempt number 1. Here we go. Can they keep it green for one single lap and get us a green finish, or do we go to number 2? You can have your truck, you're not using it. Just trade.
Taking the bottom again.
One of unlimited, that'd be nuts. Let's hope that is not the case. Pace trucks off. Lucas Heusman, Hayden Lowell. Front of the field, then Montrose and Graves. File and Beach. Hayden gets the launch. Lucas trying to hang with them. Clear of Montrose at least. Enter high and drive it straighter off the corner. Into 3 and 4 we go. And I believe we're still green. There you go, white flag in the air. Lucas trying to get to Hayden. Pretty far back, he'd have to make a desperate move into 3, and I don't think that's Lucas's style. Catches the curb a little bit, but it's going to be Hayden Lowell off of turn number 4, picking up the win. Lucas Heusler bring it home in 2nd. Ian Montrose 3rd. Casey Graves, Ryan File, Andrew Beach, Brad Wilson, Jeremy Scherer, Dalton Hayes, Cliff Mullins, and Travis Martin.
I'll tell you what, I don't care who you are. That's funny right there.
Yeah, lap the whole field and win.
He turned him.
Nice racing, Casey. You probably could have sent me that, but I appreciate the race.
Hey, good race there.
Good battle there at the end, Jeremy.
Alright, interview yourself.
Sorry for the DWC though, guys.
Hayden, so you're getting the win here at Martinsville. How do you feel? Yeah, I feel pretty good. Had to hold off Lucas there. I was on 2, he was on 4, so it took a lot to hold him off. Just kind of had the track position and had the run short enough to where he couldn't really, when the tires couldn't warm back up.
Hayden, I need you to stat check.
And he had the advantage. So, yeah, good run overall. P1, another win, 3rd win for this season in the trucks. That's pretty cool. We'll head on to whatever the championship race is next week. Maybe we can get another win out of the playoff or chase hunt because we missed a week. But yeah, feels really good. All right, so Hayden, you got those friends, family, sponsor shout-outs. Yeah, I got Napa Auto Parts, Arc Music, C2X, Madigan Motorsports, Low Drag Esports, as always. You Swiss for putting on the broadcast. Low Drag Esports and 712 Brakes for putting on our Thursday Night Truck Series League with Cody. Sucks he couldn't be here tonight, but appreciate all he does for us and appreciate all the other sponsors and admin that put on our 8 leagues on 6 different days of the week.
You almost got it perfect. The only thing you didn't do is ask yourself about the 2 incidents you were in.
Oh, yeah, Matt, I feel bad with Matt. I thought I could maybe squeeze it in there 3. He was kind of up the track, and I don't know if I haven't looked at it, so I don't know if I legitimately got into him or if it was net code. But either way, I do apologize to him, and we'll move on to next week.
10-4. Congrats on the victory here. We'll see you next week.
Thank you very much, Swiss.
Check down Mr. Second Place, Lucas Hoisma. Lucas, DG, you got a copy?
I am not Lucas.
Well, I just clicked on him and he moved. What the heck? Hi, Lucas. You missed it. It was funny. So I totally tried to pull you, and your name like flip-flopped with Hayden's right when I clicked on you, and so it pulled Hayden instead of you, and it was funny. I was like, Lucas, and he's like, I am not Lucas. Anyway, we ran a home P2 tonight in a pretty challenging race for you tonight. I'm used to see you up front for these short track races, and you're mid-pack a lot of it with just bad track position. A lot of that was just up to the cautions where they were falling, just kind of bad luck. How was it out there?
Yeah, it was. The truck was tight, so it was kind of hard to pass. That's why you saw track position. Everybody was. It wasn't as simple as Bristol, where we go 30 laps, you come down for tires, and that's it. It was. You got to put in a little more thought in that tonight, and the right sides definitely helped it rotate on a shorter run. But then the 4 tires that come back to you. But that at the end there, when I got sideways, caused that caution. It ended up actually getting me second, I would say, because it gave me track position when they all pit. But that was not the intention. I thought I screwed myself badly. Just got in there too hot. Didn't want to wreck Hayden and myself, so I hit him even harder and then just locked it down. But man, it was a challenging race, like you said. But yeah, I'm happy to walk away with a second.
Collusion. All right, well, congrats on that P2 run. Despite all the troubles, so way to stick with it. Bring on good points tonight, and we'll see how it all plays out in the standings whenever we feel like updating this.
I'm gonna post my meme about the points again.
There you go. All right, man. We'll take your friends and family sponsor shout-outs.
Yeah, just a quick shout-out to Quinn 712 Brakes, you for broadcasting, and everybody racing tonight. It was a good Martinsville race. And, yeah, I think that's about it.
10-4. All right, bye. Get out of here, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. See you.
Almost accidentally put him in shine. That would have been awkward. Now we go track down Ian Montrose, who's in the waiting room. Look at him. Look at Ian. Ian, deafened and muted. Ian, stop being deafened and muted. Ian. I can't talk loud. Wouldn't help anyway. I'll just keep saying his name. There he goes. Hi.
I was messing about with my black box and pressed that button. Sorry about that. Hello.
Rip. Well, hello. Hi. What a interesting night. You bring out home P3. Did you have a podium on your mind when you saw Martinsville was on the schedule tonight?
I had a DNF on my mind when I entered Martinsville, and then I went down a lap and was like, well, that sucks. And then I got my lap back again almost immediately and pitted, and then put myself a lap down again pitting. So that's an oof moment for tonight. But yeah, just cool to bring it back P3, honestly. Like, it was fun when it was green because it was really hard to go make an overtake work. So track position was pretty important. But yeah, to come back P3 was pretty impressive.
Yeah, how about green flag stops at Martinsville? What the hell?
Yeah, something new. I tried to stay out as long as I could. I realized that was a fucking shit idea.
It's a great idea if the caution comes out.
Do that. Yeah. I mean, but it didn't. So
of course not.
So we ended up being fucked. And going down a lap. So, but that's all you could ask for, really. Just a few green flag runs would be good. People kept it relatively clean. Relatively is the word there. So
yeah, the relative kept it clean.
Did you enjoy it from the booth, DG?
I don't enjoy anything right now.
That's fair enough. It's been that kind of season, but still, for Martinsville, that was semi decent.
Yeah, for what it could be, I liked it. If that
Yeah,
helps
exactly.
anything.
Let's put a cherry on top of that turd, huh?
There you go. Yeah, but when you got the kidney pain, the abdominal pain, the migraine, the neck aches, all at the same time, you just kind of hate everything.
Yeah, no, that does sound miserable, but it's nearly Friday. You can cure that with some things, you know.
It's almost Friday. Yeah, almost Friday. Actually, I can't because I have a procedure coming up, so I can't do that either.
I'll do it for you.
There you go.
There you go. I got you covered.
I'll live through you. All right, man. Congrats on that podium finish. You got those friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for us?
Yeah, thanks to yourself for broadcasting tonight and for Travis putting on the league. Appreciate him a lot. 721 Brakes, Low Drag Esports for sponsoring the league. And everybody at C2X came out racing tonight. I think Cliff had a really good shot at a podium. I think it would have been hard to hold off Bradley, but yeah, Bradley kind of made that a thing anyway. So yeah, shout out to Cliff for having a strong run anyway.
All right. Well, I do have one question before you go. Question on a lot of people's minds, and we just want to ask various members of your team: is Hayden Lowell your teammate?
See, that's a loaded question, and I feel like I'm being set up for failure here.
Well, Cliff's flat out said no, if that helps.
Oh, good! Thank God for that. I thought he would have said no. Honestly, yeah, no, not really. If you're not in VC, I would not really consider you a teammate. If you're not helping, win races with the team, then I would not really consider it. But again, sitting on the fence, right?
Yeah, gotta be sitting on the fence.
It's gotta hurt after a while,
Depending on which part of the fence you're sitting on, I guess.
Exactly right.
All right, man. Congrats on that P3. Get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, take care. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Ian Montrose bringing home P3. The consensus from most of C2X is Hayden's not C2X, but he still runs C2X on his vehicle, so it's just, I don't know. It's been like the biggest mystery of the whole season. What damn team is Hayden Lowell actually on? Let's go ahead and knock out these little graphics here, and we can get our results up, and it's going to be a short one tonight. So next, Brad Wilson, Jeremy Sher, Dalton Hayes, and Cliff Mullins knock out top 10s. And the final page, Travis Martin, Matt Benke, Ethan Evers, Jake Martin, Blake Giglio. Those are our 15 that contended Martinsville tonight. We will be headed over to, drumroll please, because I'm going to take the actual time to go and look at the schedule and see where he put the finale. I think I know, but I'm not going to guess wildly. It is Charlotte. That's what I thought it was. Charlotte Motor Speedway finale next week to determine a champion. Actually, let's just go ahead and throw the points in right now live on stream and on YouTube so you guys know where the standings look like going into next week. If someone hasn't already done it, it tends to happen pretty quick around here, especially when someone in contention has won and had a good race. I'll say it that way. Not in there yet, so we'll do it. Bring it over here. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I can't see it with that over there. Move that. There we go. Now I can see it. And it's going to be the trucks. Trucks. And season 11. Martinsville. Stage of 75. Import. Of course, this is pending any reviews and all that other stuff, so these are unofficial points until we've completed all that process. But, standing say, with one race to go, it is Lucas Huisman ahead by 23 points over Brad Wilson. Casey Graves is third. Hayden Lowell up to fourth. Cliff Mullins 5th, Andrew Beach 6th, Travis Martin 7th, Ian Montrose is 8th, Cody Brown 9th, and Blake Giglio the bottom of the table. There is your Truck Series shenanigans. We'll head on to Charlotte, see if Lucas can close it out with that 20-point lead. Hope you guys had a great, wonderful time watching our race here tonight. We'll see you guys in the next race. Appreciate you so much, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Thank you. That wraps up YouTube. My brain hurts way too much. I'm not going to turn music on because, as I said, my